Hi there, it's Rachel from scrappinandhappy.blogspot.com with a Happy New Year card. Wishing you all a Happy New Year, and I'll show you how to make this card. Now, I am using my brand new Gypsy to make this card. I got this as a Christmas present, and I'm really excited to use it, and boy oh boy, I don't know how I didn't design with this beforehand. It's really helping me with my card layouts. And what's great about it is when I'm not in the mood to craft or create in my room, I can be on the sofa creating and hanging out, and then when I'm coming into my room ready to create, I can come in and just make it and put it together. I don't have to come up with the design or the concept. So the card that we're making today is a stamp card, and this actually fits in an A2 size envelope. This comes from the Basecamp cartridge, and I have this sized to be the width is 3.85 and the height is 10.41, and I used Creations with Christina's strategy of designing a template of an A2 size card so that it fits into an envelope. So then I went ahead and cut out this pattern piece of paper. I've had it for forever, from when I first started scrapbooking, and I thought it would work great for these New Year's cards. So this is cut to be 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And so we're just going to attach that down using some ATG. And what's great about it is I didn't make, I hate to say this and admit this, but of all those Christmas cards that I made, those all ended up being sold at my craft fair, and I was Christmas carded out, so I really didn't make any to give to family and friends. So instead I thought, just to mix up, I would make a New Year's card instead. And being that I was sick on Christmas, I didn't get to see all my relatives and be at our Christmas celebration, so I thought this would be rather than make Christmas cards, this would be a great way to make and give a card for the holidays and just have something different, since I will be seeing them on New Year's Day. So this here is from the Celebrations cartridge. Unfortunately, when I went to go load my Straight from the Nest cartridge, I was unable to get it loaded in, so Provocraft is sending me a new one, so I don't have that in my Gypsy. But when I typed in banner, this came up, this triangle came up from the Celebrations cartridge. So this individual triangle is sized at 0.81 width, 0.79 height, and then I took 5 of them and welded together. And that was so that I could take these stamps here, these letter stamps I bought in Walmart. This is one of the first things that I bought when I started scrapbooking, so that I could have lettering. And now that I have my Cricut, I don't use stamped lettering very often, but I thought, why not go back and look at what I have in my stash and revamp it for our projects. So what I designed this to do is to stamp cheers on it. So I'm using my black StazOn ink, and I'm just stamping cheers on the center of these on the banner here. And the S. Okay, so that's what it looks like here. Wooden stamp ones are always so much harder to use because it's harder to see where you're going. That's probably why I don't use them as much either. So that's what it looks like. And on our card, this banner is just going to go across the top there. But to give it some more interest, we are going to use some pop dots and pop that up. So I'm just going to trim these ones that I have here and just put on a few onto the triangles. Whoops. And one more. And then I am going to just attach that on an angle across the top of the card. Just like so. Okay, and the great thing about this is I sized the letters so that I knew I was going to have cheers there, and when I was in my Gypsy I could make sure that everything fit perfectly. Then the next cut that I'm using are these little martini glasses, and these martini glasses are cut out at a height of a width of 1.44 and a height of 1.47. And what was great about these is these come from the Cut 'n Up cartridge, and with your Gypsy you can hide the contours. So there are contour lines in there. I've never really liked those, but with the Gypsy I was able to hide them so they just look like martini glasses. So one of them I'm actually going to glue down, and the other one I'm going to layer. So let's glue the first one down. And I'm going to use my tweezers for this because I just find that it really helps you see where you're gluing something down. And I was kind of reflecting upon this last night when I was designing, is I used to not like making small cuts in my Cricut or lots of layers, and I think it was because of the work with getting them all to fit properly with your fingers and having the pieces glue and then get stuck to your fingers and then getting it hard to glue down. But that's totally changed with tweezers. So I think if I look back on the year, what was my best purchase in terms of practicality and use for creating, and I'm going to have to say that's helped expand my broad and ability to create, I'm going to have to say tweezers has just completely made a difference with being able to manipulate things and put them onto a page. So I'm just taking off the tape here, off the back, and I am going to use my tweezers to place these down, and again, it just really helps you see where you're putting things. Put that like that. Okay, and then this cute little stamp is from the Greeting Farm, and this was a Christmas present from the Greeting Farm. You can get it on their December 25th blog post, I believe, on their blog, and it is a Happy New Year stamp, little Anya, with 2011 along the band. And I love these stamps. I love coloring it. I've sized it a little bit smaller. This was the size that it printed out as the first time, and I scaled it down so it fit the card, because the idea was I was going to put her on here when I designed this card, but I didn't know what the size of her was going to be. So again, just taking some pop dots and putting that on, and then I'm going to stick her down right about there. And there is my card, and a card isn't complete unless it has some doodle dots on it. So I'm just keeping it quick and easy and just dotting along the edges here. All the way around, get the corners. There's sort of no rhyme or reason to where I'm deciding to put the stamps. I think I need two there. And there is our completed New Year's card using the Cricut and a Greeting Farm stamp. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Let's Get Crafty. I wish you all the very best, and I hope you have a wonderful New Year's, and I look forward to many crafting videos with you in 2011. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.